You are now tuned in to the epicenter of geek news with your hosts, the slippery online streamer warlord with the skills to back it up, Fergie, and the master of Marvel, the cinema showstopper, Chaotic. This is Tenacious Geeks.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tenacious Geeks podcast. I am the Ho Ninja here with my co-host,
Chaotic LOL.
and we are here to fill your earballs with the next best and what's hot in eSports, which are my topics today, and then Chaotic will be going over
Comics, movies, TV shows.
just what you find relevant
what I
and what's
find
coming
relevant
up.
to
All
what
right.
you got. But
So this
I'm
is
huge into the Marvel, so I'm thinking
right.
Phase
And there's
4 wrapping up.
Definitely a lot of Marvel stuff coming out here between 2023 and 2024, that's for sure.
Yeah, and just a heads up, we're not the greatest podcast in the world. Let's get that out of the way.
But we are the greatest podcast in the world.
We're just a talk show.
But yeah, no, we're definitely going to try and want to keep the energy, but mellow it out and actually stay into our topics like we were talking about on the last podcast coming into this one. And like we said at the end of the last one, anybody who listened to the last podcast, we really appreciate it.
Last
Thanks
episode,
for anybody.
yeah.
Last podcast.
You made it sound
whatever.
like the last,
well,
whole
the last
show.
podcast, like talking about the last podcast of our
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
Tenacious Geeks.
yeah. Sorry.
Dip. He always overthinks it, and I'm just always being super simple of like, no, like listen to the words that I'm saying.
I don't want to.
Articulate what I'm saying.
That's too
'cause I'm
much.
being articulate.
I'm
Thank
too
you.
tenacious.
What a geek.
Anyways, so we're just a bunch of nerds talking about stuff.
Yeah, a couple of nerds.
You had
Sport nerd boners talking about nerd stuff.
you take the floor.
So I'm really excited about this since this is our first actual episode of getting into topics and stuff like that. And actually diving into eSports, like I was talking about in the last pod. So today we're going to be kind of talking about Halo 3, or not Halo 3, Major 3 for MW2 for Call of Duty.
Hold on, I was about to say Halo 3's back?
Yeah,
What?
Right. Ooh, we just went back, bro. Time machine, 88 miles an hour in the DeLorean. Let's go.
Back to high school days.
Facts.
Yes.
But no, we're going to be talking about Major 3 qualifiers and stuff like that because that's going to be coming up when we're recording this the next weekend. But we got to come in just so everybody knows, kind of just breakdown of like what the actual teams are because since, what was it, MW in 2019, they actually franchised, so it works more like the NFL and like MLB and stuff like that.
And this is for Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how it was for Vanguard and MW2 and Cold War. So the last
They did
four,
Cold War?
Yeah. Yeah, so it started in MW.
Oh shit! I played,
So,
I
'cause
played
it was
deep in Cold War. I
MW
should have signed up too.
It was MW, Cold War, Vanguard, and then now MW2. They've franchised. So
Gotcha,
there's 12.
gotcha.
So there's 12 professional teams with 4 slots in each team and 1 substitute. So you have Atlanta
Substitute
Phase
team?
Substitute player.
Oh,
So you'll have a sub.
okay. I thought you meant like a sub team or
No, huh? So I
okay.
mean, they do in like a couple of them do in what's called challengers, which is like the AM circuit to like get up into like
Okay.
the CDL, which is
Gotcha.
Call of Duty League. So you have Atlanta Phase, which is anybody in
FaZe.
esports knows FaZe Clan. You have Boston Breach, which I don't quite remember off the top of my head which gaming organization or who owns that. Then you have Florida Mutineers, which was owned by Misfits Management. Huh?
Slow down.
Well,
I'm
that's
over here trying to listen to the names.
Oh,
like,
so
wait.
you have Boston Breach,
Sorry.
which
Right.
you have Boston Breach. Then you have Florida Mutineers, which is
Mutineers,
Misfit Management. London Royal Ravens, which they actually just got bought out by a Spanish team. So I'm not
Royal
sure if
Raven. That's a tight name. I don't know them.
So I'm not sure if they're going to be still in London or if they're going to like take them to Spain or whatever. Then you have Los Angeles Gorillas. Which is like
LA.
2 millionaires own that
Yep.
like
They're
really like deep into esports.
just
Then you
joining
have
the trend.
and then you have LA Thieves. So you
Yep.
have LAG and LAT, which is 100 Thieves, which is Nate Shot. Then you have Minnesota Rocker, which I'm not sure quite who owns them. Then
Yeah,
you
I
have
don't
New
know.
York Subliners, which they were the Major 1 tournament winners. And then you have Optic Texas. Everybody knows who the fuck Optic is.
Everybody knows Optic. That's like the
Nobody
dream
owns
team.
Optic. It's Optic. Like
They own themselves.
yeah. Then you have Seattle Surge, which is actually owned by Luminosity.
Yeah.
Luminosity Gaming, which is that's my main team is Seattle, but we're both Pacific Northwest boys.
Yeah.
I'm a local boy to heart. Then
we
you
always
have,
represent.
yeah.
home
Then you have
teams.
Toronto. Then you have Toronto Ultra, which is another really slapping team this year. They got a young gun on there named Scrappy. That boy run his mouth, bro. He's on the other side of the stage. Y'all suck.
I've seen. Okay, I know. Who
Oh
that
yeah,
is.
he's so funny.
I didn't know he played for Toronto.
Yeah, he plays for Toronto
Okay,
Ultra.
but
So
I've seen that dude.
Optics new flex that I was telling you about, they just picked up.
Yeah.
Is the same way. He was like, he just won the last Challengers Cup, which was just this last weekend with the major tournament. And he's like, your ass, you fucking suck. You have a world championship, so that's tippable, but the rest of your team is shit. I was like, what, bro? And he's like 19, still in college. Like,
Oh my
I was like,
God.
oh, this kid's going places. This is awesome.
That dude has got a future.
Oh, and being on the receiving end of that shit, like he was on that team and he was like, you're an onliner, you're an onliner, you're an onliner. Like, oh, bro, so funny.
So real quick, what was the flex again?
So the flex roll, well, let's finish this and then I'll get
Okay,
into
yeah,
the
I
four
wanted
spots
to-
of what, yeah. And then so the last team, which is the 12th team, is Vegas Legion, previously known as Paris Legion. They honestly are probably, like, as orgs go, like they are
Bottom of the tier.
yeah, they'll
So
let
they're
their,
the underdog.
yeah, they'll let their players go at the end of the year so they don't have to pay them through the fucking summer until the season starts, and then give them the min salary cap, which is $50K a year.
Fuck them guys.
Yeah,
that is
fucking yeah. It was supposed to get. It's kind of gotten better since they've moved from Paris to Vegas. They got Clayster on there as their main AR, and he's an old gun coming from fucking. He's been in the game for like 10, 12 years.
Yeah. But to do that, that's
Yeah, it's fucked. The only, like, this year they have the same dude. They have one dude that was there that they had last year, and the only reason he stayed is because he was the hardest slayer in that whole team.
gotcha.
But to break that down, how that works, so you have four slots on the team. You have 2 submachine guns, you have a flex player, and you have an AR. So
assault rifle.
yeah, AR.
Long ranger.
Yep.
Okay.
So your AR holds like your long lines, does your more like longer engagements and shit like that. Your flex player is your player that'll switch back and forth with a submachine gun or an AR.
Okay.
So he does
Whichever's
that.
needed more.
Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna run? Is it gonna be you gonna run a 2-2 split between AR SMG? Are you gonna pull out that third SMG to help reach on a hard point? Like, and then you have your two SMGs, which are your breaks, your info, your trades. Like,
They're your run and gun. Yeah.
Yep, they're your fast players. They're your quick trades, your info for crossing, like making your routes,
They're your
working your
pawns
flanks.
in a game
they're
of
your-
chess, essentially.
They're
Yeah.
your I would say they're more like the castle. No, I can't remember which one fucking that is, because the castle
rook?
can either go straight forward or straight to the side.
Yeah.
So like your SMG position is really common for like running a route. So like you spawn in, okay, you're gonna have 3 of your players run to the main, run through main part and kind of fan out that main section going into like a hard point.
Yeah.
And then you'll have your super fast aggro SMG on your team. Cut
It's
out
essentially
through,
like a tank.
yeah, so cut out through mid center, and then try and pick off a kill coming through center, and then also work back for a pinch, or just get another entry point from a different point and just make multiple angles to get better trades.
Okay.
So that's just kind of the like basis.
Then the AR
of it.
sits back and
Yep.
kind of cover fire.
And then we'll help with your transition, watching long routes while SMGs are crossing. A lot of the times they're going to be the ones that are soaking. One of the ARs is going to be the ones soaking in the point. So like when you're playing hardpoint in Call of Duty, like your AR and your slower like SMG are going to be one of the two, or like your flex player is going to be one of the two guys
that are holding the hard point.
Exactly,
And then the other
'cause-
dudes are out running
Yeah,
around.
you'll have
Okay.
like one posted in the hard point, one on each, and one essentially like on in 2 corners, or like watching 2 pass on it, and then you'll have like one floating out the back, which would be like that heavy slayer SMG watching a pinch, and then also cutting
Gotcha.
a route and cutting a path. Spent a lot of time running into this because I'm like on our 4
Because
group.
you're a
I'm
flex,
not,
aren't you?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and also in our 4 group that I play, like the 4 group that I play with, I'm the IGL. I'm the in-game leader. So like so not only do I have to hit my shots,
You're the captain.
I have to call my bullshit. Like,
Yeah, right.
So it's like when I'm not shooting good, I have to fucking be extra. I have to be better with my plan. Like I have to be paying attention to what's going on, which doing all of that at the same time and watching what's going on in the mini map and trying to call out and like,
Well, let me know if you need a new AR.
my
I
AR
will gladly hop on for you.
my AR shoots straighter than a motherfucker. He needs to work on his comms.
His comm skill set.
It's just he'll get like we'll start off solid, and if we stay like our stomps stay consistent at least between like two of us, then like we'll stay all right. Yeah, then we can have like then I can hold and still give comm. Then my AR can still watch and give like a death comm if like he gets a kill watching somebody cross, because like he'll calm that out every time if he's watching that fucking head glitch. Oh, somebody's cutting middle, somebody's cutting center right side. He's sitting on that head glitch, dead.
That's it.
That motherfucker for the life of him won't tell me what route he's taking to hit what head glitch he's going on.
But he gets the shot every time.
Oh yeah, but he'll dump a motherfucker's head
like I said,
off.
let me know if you need a new one. That's what I would play if anything, is the one a little bit back.
The slower hang back, watch the point, watch
like
long lines.
even in Apex, because I don't play Call of Duty.
Gotta learn how to
much.
snake.
I'm an Apex player, so the fast pace and all that.
See,
like,
and then this one's so different. So you remember like the slower, like more crouch walk, methodical CODs?
Yeah,
that's this.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But and I mean, I like.
There's no red dots. No. There's no red dots on the minimap.
That's fine.
Yeah, when you're trying to trade out, it's a bitch.
That's fine for me though, because I play hardcore. I'm a hardcore player. I don't want the HUD.
Well, so you're still getting, so essentially take half hardcore, half just regular, and throw it together, and that's comp.
Okay.
So like you still have TKs. So you can still team kill off nades and somebody strafing in front of your bullet line.
Okay.
So you have to coordinate, know your firing patterns and shit like
Which
that.
Which would make sense. Yeah, exactly. Competitive, because that's kind of dumb to shoot through your teammate.
Oh, what else? What else? The TTK's fuck, dude. The TTK between how fast it can be in just regular multiplayer is fucking almost identical to hardcore anymore. Dude, you hit you tap 3 headshots, done. The scar even fucking 1 tap headshot.
Yeah, I was like
mine sometimes
is
it's stupid because it has a dumb headshot multiplier.
Mine is
the Vaznev, like the SMG they're using, is a fucking shotgun up close, bro. I hit you fucking twice in your head and you're done.
You just got to get to the head.
Yeah, oh, bro, with as quick as you can build it, move.
So is your team called the? We're gonna call your team the Headhunters?
No.
No, that's a good one now, isn't it?
No, I'm laughing because like I almost don't want to fucking say it.
You don't want to call out your team on our podcast?
Bro, it's a joke based off of fucking foreskins, homie.
This is a joke based off of a lot.
Like my part of the clan tag, like mine in the clan, because it's like number and then skin to like, and then mine was supposed to be foreskin. But because of it, every time I would turn off my game and then go back on, it would take my clan tag off. So I'd have to put foreskin in every time. Oh. So now you see 1 skin, 2 skin, 3 skin, 5 skin.
It should be red skin, blue skin. There's a little Dr. Seuss throwback.
But it's like it's like it's skin. Somebody says like, oh, we're the skin clan. I was like, shut up, don't say that.
So what is your clan name?
That's literally just what is.
Just skin.
Yeah, that's just the number we have in skin, because it's just a joke based off of fucking foreskin.
That's crazy.
That's why you see why I was like, I almost don't want to say
awesome.
it. God damn it. And that just shows you that gamers
Speaking of foreskin, no, I'm just
shut up. But they'll have 3.
That's cool. Who do you think is gonna win?
Of course, I hope fucking Seattle does it, because this is the tournament that they won last year in Vanguard. And they're keeping so far to the same repetition that they had. So like, did good at the beginning, fucked off the 2nd major, won the 3rd major, fucked off the 4th major. It took like top 8.
You know,
and then took 4th at champs. Almost took top 3.
See, that's funny because it sounds like the Seahawks.
Oh, straight the fuck up.
It sounds like a Seattle thing.
We have the nastiest fucking flex SMG combo with Sib and Pred.
It's just a Seattle thing, I guess. It's like we win and then we lose. And
what's really funny is that they're not even in Seattle.
But it says Seattle in the name.
Well, it's because that's like just because it's franchise, they have to use cities.
But it's Seattle in the name, so I'm gonna rep home team.
And I think Luminosity is based in Seattle.
That is
could
true.
Be it too.
Yes. Or I think it's like Olympia.
Yeah, it's in the northwest. It's up there in the northwest somewhere, if I remember correctly.
We're a bit south of that.
Yeah, that's probably like an hour and a half, something like that.
Yeah, a couple hours. Anyways.
But yeah, so it's coming into week one of qualifiers for Major 3. The bracket schedule is...
Which this is probably going to come out a little bit after.
Yeah, so it's like
actually
necessarily wouldn't be able to... Yeah, so qualifiers...
Yeah, so I mean, we could throw a prediction, but you're already going to know the results.
Yeah, by the time
you hear...
So it's like... So qualifiers, week 1 qualifiers is the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So on the 17th, you have LAT versus Vegas. You have Minnesota versus New York, and you have Toronto versus Boston. On the 18th,
oh no, I like that Toronto team now though. So
yeah, that Toronto team slaps. I think they took like 4th. I think they took like top 6 or top 4.
I'll put my finale is going to be in the Toronto and Seattle.
Then we have on the 18th we have Boston versus London, FaZe versus Florida, Optic versus LAG, and then Seattle versus Minnesota. And then on the 19th, you have Florida, New York, Vegas, Toronto, LAT, and FaZe. And then week 2 is the 24th through the 26th. So that one we can talk about the next podcast if we want to, or I can go over it real quick. I mean, because we kind of want to go over Halo.
These are just qualifier rounds.
Yeah, so these are what the qualifier rounds for is to your record in the qualifying rounds will either land you in the winners part of the bracket or the losers part of the bracket for the tournament.
So kind of like how the NFL does seeds.
Yeah,
for
so
playoffs.
It's your it's your seeding.
Okay,
so like if you start in winners, it's a double elimination bracket for you. If you start in losers, it's a single elim bracket.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, so like if you lose in winners bracket, you go down to losers. Like you get eliminated from losers, you're out the tournament. Like Seattle got taken out top 12. Like we started in losers and lost right away.
Yeah, this is our year though.
I was pissed.
But
I was like, what the fuck?
That's cool.
Cool. Then that'll be, and then like I said, there's 3 weeks. There's 3 weekends of those, and then
I'm sure you're gonna cover. Yeah, be our coverage man.
Oh yeah,
just a week behind.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just
because that's how podcasts work.
Pretty much, and then it's like we'll go over the winners, obviously, like the previous rosters that we go on, because obviously go over the pick'ems that we had and shit like that. Like, of course, whatever while the podcast is going on, while the season's going on, like whatever season when I'm talking about esports will probably be like what's being covered. So like Halo kickoff's getting ready to start.
Like we'll cover it live here.
Yeah.
But by the time the viewers hear it.
But like, I mean, even with like, I may even start up like watch parties and stuff like that where like I may not be able to like show be able to show the actual like match, but like we can all sit there and kick it and talk and chat and
well, we do have our own Discord channel.
Right.
Our own Discord server, which I'll put the link in the notes.
Right.
And we could talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, so we can
hop in the voice channels.
We could go into the voice channels and do like parties and stuff like that. Like vote on a movie or an anime to watch an episode with the community and do like community night. Yeah, like, there's all kinds of shit we can do.
We're gonna do some live stuff. So if you guys want to join that, it's all there. The link never expires. Send it to your friends.
All right.
Gamers, nerds, whatever.
So then that's what they're and
we'll
it's
have
normally
gaming nights too.
Right.
We'll all just vote on a game, pick a game, and everybody plays it.
Right.
Maybe whoever beats it the fastest gets a prize.
Yeah.
Ding dong. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Maybe we'll figure out. I mean, later on, maybe we can do shit like that. Do raffles, drawings, whatever.
Like, ding, you win.
Yeah. But to move in like a little bit, just kind of like pinch that off, tail it on, move into the next one. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how Seattle does it. Seattle does this tournament. New York won the first one. FaZe won this last one. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we have any repeat. I really want to
go for Seattle.
Me too.
I really hope Seattle.
I would honestly, because Optic just picked up that new guy out of Challengers, and it's their home major, so it's their home tournament.
Yeah, but
I would like to see Optic. They won their home tournament last year too in Vanguard. But yeah, I really hope they eventually bring another tournament.
See, to me, Optic is like, I don't know, the Patriots. To me.
I feel that way.
See, I keep comparing with NFL because that's what I do.
I was going to say, I feel like that with FaZe.
If you think FaZe would be more Patriots, well, then Optic would be more like the Cowboys, except they win.
But they have a bit of dynasty. Dominantly won since like 2017.
But I mean, that's what they used to do.
Crim 6 and fucking.
But it's like that's what they used to do, and then it's time for another team to come take over.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
they've been around so long, like that's America's team.
Oh, it's like those two.
And then Tom Brady leaves, and then
it's like that and FaZe because they're the only two like in the CDL that's like gaming org like face,
which have been around since fucking,
yeah, like Seattle's
those two.
Seattle's owned by fucking Luminosity. You don't see Luminosity's name tagged in the main logo. No, it's fucking Seattle Surge.
Yeah.
So, but kind of wanted to transition here to like cap that off and
we'll do more recaps and shit.
Yeah, move into like the Halo stuff because we have the Halo kickoff getting ready to come up on the 24th through the 26th.
Which, speaking of Halo, I got a whole topic for you after that.
Nice. And the venue's actually the Charlotte Convention Center at Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ooh.
So it is that's where it's going to be taken. It's going to be eligibility is going to be global. I think it's going to be an online thing. Or no, the actual kickoff itself, that's where it's going to be at, and it's going to be streamed on Twitch and YouTube. The 4v4 prize pool is $250K
for first prize.
For the total 4v4 prize pool, so it's not as much.
So they split it, yeah.
So it's not as much. It's definitely not as much as like COD does,
but it's qualifier.
Yeah,
right.
Just like COD? So this is the actual kickoff tournament.
Oh, okay.
That's where that's actually going to be. I'm getting ready to go into the qualifiers.
Oh, my bad.
And then kind of just like they got, if you want to look it up, you can go to it's called HaloWayHardpoint.com, and that's all the information you'll need for like the competitive Halo and stuff like that for like the events and stuff. And then so like the major orgs that are going to be there are going to be like Complexity, FaZe, Navi, Optic, Sentinels, which is
those top three every time, no matter what game.
Well, Optic won last year. Optic took last year's champs, and that's the first time I think Optic's won Halo champs. Like Optic's normally been in Call of Duty.
I think it's time for Tenacious Geek to pop up.
Start our own gaming org. And then Sentinels, which is another big one and been another big one in Halo for a long time. Space Station, which is a newer one, and then Quadrant, which I've heard of them because of like Optics like YouTube videos and stuff like that for like Rocket League and like Halo and stuff like that.
I've heard of them.
Because like the only ones that are in the CDL are I think Complexity is in it, FaZe is in it, Optics in it, and that's it. Those are the only three. And then so
who do you think is gonna take that?
I'm gonna say Optic. I'm gonna say Optic has a really good chance of taking it. Sentinels has a really good chance of taking it. It was Sentinels and Optic that were in the finals last season. Navi was a new team from last year, and I think they took like T6 or T4.
Okay.
So they went really high. Space Age, I think, got T12. I don't remember where Complexity was at. I haven't been a real big Complexity follower. I never really have been.
This is for Halo Infinite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the current game that's being played. Yeah, this is season 2 of Halo Infinite.
Just making sure I'm following.
It's an open bracket in, and then pool play. 12 teams for qualifiers will be starting the tournament. Then you have you have a North American region, a European region, a Mexico region, and Australia and New Zealand.
And then they'll do a world.
Yeah, and then you have the online opener for Major 1 after that. So like they'll have a 64 line like to beat up, and then once they get to that point, they'll go to land and then blah blah blah.
Right.
Blah,
See,
blah,
this is some shit they should do with Destiny. Just saying.
And then
give me a Destiny tournament, bro.
So is that the qualifier for it?
6-on-6 or 4v4, whatever.
Oh no, so this is okay. No, so these are the online qualifiers. So you have the online open qualifiers, which are February 11th and 12th for Major 1.
So that's like today.
Yeah, and then you have 13th, 14th, which is the next one. So that would be NA is 11th and 12th, and then NA is 13th, 14th again. Then you have year points, qualification points, and then you have just the event schedule and stuff like that. That's just how it's going down, how it's done, things like that. So that's kind of the first time actually I've like gone through and looked at like full breakdown like the Halo bracket and do
football season's done. Now it's eSports season.
Yep.
And NASCAR season.
So eSports, so the Call of Duty season started earlier than it has in the lifetime it has in the CDL.
Yeah.
So normally the first tournament wouldn't be starting till like right now or just happening. So to be at that point, we're already at the third tournament, like the start of the qualifications for the third tournament.
Oh, gotcha.
That's pretty nutty, and it's gonna end around the same time. But like, they also in the middle of last season had a massive, like, between major, I think it was either major 2 or major 3 or major 3 or major 4. They had like a month and a half break for no fucking reason.
Well, everybody needs a break.
Reason. Well, it's just like, yeah, I get like, take like a 2 week, take like a 2 week break, take a week off, catch your re-bearings, come in, come in that next week, start getting, start that transition back into it. And then you have scrim roster starting that next week. Then you're going to have that 4th week coming out. Then you're going to possibly start your qualifiers or have another week after that. So
gotcha.
you still have a break where you have essentially a full week to not think about shit, a week to start getting back into the grind. And then that 3rd week, you're just full submergent to scrims, back into the full aspect of it. Like,
right.
Taking too long of a break like that is gonna fuck up flows of teams, because there's gonna be parts of the team that, like, we can clock out now. I'm clocking the fuck out, like, because I know I would, with all of that grind, putting 8 to 10 hours a day, fucking staring at that screen, watching VOD, going over rotations, practicing.
Mine would
plays.
be I'd have to do it every couple hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lunch break, like.
Take
smoke break. Like,
yeah. I have a cigarette. I need to stand up. My brain's fried. I need 30 minutes.
Right. Like, let me play, 3, 4, 5 games. Take a break. 10, 15 minutes.
But it's break. Like, there's days you're doing nothing but watching VOD and you're not touching the controller until you get home.
Yeah.
Like,
I can do that.
But it's like you're, still focused on Call of Duties, or like there's days where you're not actually loading into a multiplayer match, or you're scrimming with anybody. Like, you're just doing nothing but sitting in a private match, like practicing how you're gonna sit for a rotation, like how you're gonna hold a hard point, how your team's gonna break into a hard point, like using the bases, playing against bots to practice those.
But see, all that practice just seems. I'd rather just hop in a multiplayer.
So that's
to try to run the team against randoms.
But that's to set your setup. Like,
yeah.
So if you don't have an idea of like how you want to have your setup done, how are you expected for everybody to be on the same page, watch the corner that they're supposed to, know the avenue that they're supposed to, whoever dies, how are you supposed to know who's supposed to trade out with who?
I mean, you kind
of hold that position,
hop in a match and go.
But you have to sit down and you have to pull out and take that time and like
get your playbook out.
Exactly. So if it's easier to do that, and then okay, so now we're gonna transition from it into paper to gameplay. Okay, so we're gonna shoot at fucking bots. So they're gonna be super predictable, so we know where they're gonna come from to help practice like awareness. And then for 2, their bots are going to use whatever fucking guns they're given. There is no fucking structure to whatever the fuck that is.
Right. And like, you can change the difficulty.
Exactly. Oh, dude.
Start it at super low.
Veteran bots will drop shot you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got drop shot by a veteran bot, and I was like,
you
put it on my controller.
You put it on super easy, like beginner, and then you can just watch them act like dumbasses.
Yeah.
We all know the easy bots are just
funny.
Yeah. Just like Call of Duty.
Shooting at the wall on a truck and just flipping out, not even aiming at him, like, Christmas noob.
Yeah, they don't see you.
Yeah.
But you could do that and see how predictable everything is.
And
how easy it is for a newbie to get in there. Then, crank it up and then see where they actually would come from.
Or it's like practicing, like.
But then you should take that, hop into multiplayer,
and that's
see
what you
where
do.
everybody
You take
else would
those,
come
and
from.
then that's what you'll do.
Makes sense.
You take the awareness of hearing those footsteps, knowing the different sounds of how it's going to sound on the floor from when you're holding that angle.
Right.
So like to make sure that everything's set up right, to be like, okay, I do hear those footsteps on my side, so I know I can prone crawl right here a little bit. And he's not going to see me checking that corner unless he's angled down a little bit, even with an FOV slider. Like, dude, there's so much shit because the kids are so good, and it's been such a fast-paced game for so long now, with slide canceling and the movement mechanics being so fast, and them pretty much going, nope, we're catering to the fucking, the dads with the 70-inch TV drinking beers after work playing the game.
Oh, that sounds like me.
Yeah, they're catering.
That sounds like both of us.
Yeah, with MW2, they've catered more definitely to like the casual player sitting there with like out a headset, or like dads that are decent and like actually play with the guys that have,
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, once again, we appreciate everybody who clicked on a link or heard from a friend or whatever way it is that you got here, or whatever platform that you're listening on. We very much appreciate it.
Yeah, go join the Discord and post in there. How'd you find us?
Yep.
What I'd love to hear.
Please, we would love to hear how you actually found us. And what you think, things that we can change, just any suggestions maybe that like just to improve the podcast. We're always taking input. We always love to hear from people.
We are very stubborn, but we love criticism.
Yes,
it's weird.
yes. Constructive criticism. If you're going to be a douchebag about it, then we're probably not going to listen.
Probably not.
No. But once again, our ats are pretty much everything for me. Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. Everything's at the Ferg420, TTV, Ferg420, FB.GG, Ferg420.
Mine's all chaotic LOL with K's instead of C's. You spell chaotic with the K's, LOL. Everything will be in the show notes. I'll put like links and everything. Anyways, so thank you for listening again.
Yep.
Tenacious
And
Geeks. We'll be back next week.
Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, part of the world that you're in, country. Guten Tag.
Wakanda forever.
Yes.
So if there was any kind of video game that you were going to ever get stuck in.
Oh, shit. That's a good question, actually.
Like, I mean, if you had kind of the slimmest choice, what video game would that be?
Fuck, what was that one game we played when we were younger on PlayStation? Was that horny motherfucker in college?
What?
You don't remember that game?
He said something about
No!
a horny motherfucker in college? Was it Bully?
No.
No, that was Xbox.
No, that was PlayStation 2.
Was it PlayStation?
Yeah, they
That was
crossed
Rockstar.
Yeah. No, it was.
I don't think he was a horny motherfucker.
I don't remember what the fuck it was. But
Duke
you just
Nukem.
played this dude. You were in college.
Duke
you played,
Nukem?
like, beer
You remember
pong.
Duke Nukem?
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro! That game was my shit.
Is that what you would pick, though?
Fuck no.
Oh.
But like that
was
game
about to
just
say,
popped
you're
into my
fucked.
head.
Bro,
You know, just
but-
being the dirty perverted kid from that era that popped into my
So
head.
what game
like,
now?
Fuck.
Let's say within the last 10 years.
Yo. Mine still gonna be Final Fantasy VII because Tifa
You want-
Lockhart is hot.
You want to be stuck in, like, physically, you're never going to leave. You want to
Dude.
physically, your body, you are
Dude,
integrating into this
if
game.
it means
if
getting
I can
stuck,
ju-
if it means getting stuck into this game and I can live like through and like live in the actual full universe of
Yes,
that.
that is your
Oh, big
new
facts,
world.
Naruto, bro. I'm smashing Hinata. Like,
I mean,
I mean, I
well,
guess
from
it's
Shippuden,
fucking- the-
from Shippuden, of course, because she's
the-
older. But
the-
I mean, I
uh,
guess it's a game, but
that
that's
fe-
not
the
what I
female
meant.
Hokage?
Zach.
I've seen that thing get cosplayed. And I'm like,
Tsunade, yeah.
yo, I've
Okay.
Well,
seen.
bro, but I'm
I've
saying
seen
you got Tsunade, you got fucking Hinata,
God
you
damn
got
it.
fucking. Oh, bro, I'm smashing them all.
Okay.
I'm smashing them all. They're gonna call me the Ho Ninja. Like, it's gonna be called Shadow Dick Jutsu. Like,
There's the name of the
They call me the
episode.
Ho Ninja. Fuck.
Shadow Dick
was
Jutsu. There's the
awesome.
name of the episode right there.
That's fucking great.
The Ho Ninja.
The Ho
Shadow
Ninja.
Dick Jutsu. Like,
Fuck, that's
A
awesome.
serious game, Zach.
fucking welcome.
A serious game, Zach.
I'm gonna
Not
say
based
that
off
at
a
work.
TV
I'm
show.
gonna call
Well, no,
somebody that at
Shinobi-
work tomorrow.
no,
I'm gonna
Naruto
say,
Shinobi
you
Strikers."
Ho Ninja. Like I'm gonna use that as an insult. I'm gonna use it
You're
as a
fucking
straight
welcome.
insult.
You are
Oh my
fucking
God.
welcome.
Fucking.
Like,
There's the name of
so
the
no,
episode.
it's Shinobi Strikers, like Naruto Shinobi Strikers.
Look, I'm gonna write that down. Ho
Ninja.
How do you
You
spell
hoe ass ninja. Like,
Right? Fuck.
Call me the Ho Ninja.
That's so great.
Okay, not
by
based off a
summoning
TV
Jutsu
show
via
or
a pack of
nothing.
magnums, like.
Hey, not based on a TV show.
Well, no, it's the
Start throwing
Naruto
those
version.
out
I know,
like the
I know it's a
stars.
game. It was a
Oh,
show
so
first.
just straight
Just a
video
straight
game.
video game. Final Fantasy, I'll allow that because it's Final Fantasy.
It's only
Probably
been a
Assassin's
game.
Creed
like,
Ragnarok.
No,
it was
or
a game.
not
It was a
Ragnarok.
game first,
Yes, that's why.
and then
I said
they
I'd allow
they
it.
took the lore after that. That's
Yeah,
when
so,
we got
and then
Advent
Assassin's
Children
built
shit
Creed
like
Valhalla.
that.
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Just because I love Nordic Viking shit, and like that intertwines with like Celtic
I
shit.
mean,
Like
If-
that'd be dope as
If
fuck.
I would go for something in that realm, I'd go with Odyssey.
that's
I would.
dope too.
Black Flag, all day. If I had to pick Assassin's Creed,
I mean, like,
Yeah,
all,
I'm
gonna be a
I mean,
pirate on a
really,
ship.
all
You're
three
a
are
pirate,
solid
all
choices.
right.
You fucking booty pirate.
Yeah.
oh jeez.
Yar! Drape this black flag.
Hey.
Captain Ass Sparrow.
Sailing into the unknown.